welcome to Superpower Broadcasting. I'm Kevin Castley. Thanks for tuning in. I wanted to address a meme that you'll see oftentimes touted around by isolationists, anti interventionists, gripers, all manner of cringe mongers, claiming that the people of Afghanistan want the United States and coalition forces to leave the country. Now, polling around 2020 indicated about 50%. Roughly, it said that they wanted the United States to leave. Now, here's the problem with that. Right? Under what conditions would the United States be leaving? And what conditions would Afghanistan look like afterwards? The Taliban is not actually that popular. There are people in Afghanistan that do support the Taliban. This was, of course, infamously brought up to me by Josie Rose, actually, over on Hippy Dippy with Dylan Burns. This was the panel, I believe it was the first appearance I had over on the Hippy Dippy show. And we were talking Afghanistan a few months ago. Josie Rose, who is an opponent of a continued American presence in Afghanistan, said to me that the Taliban was, they weren't just some outside group. They weren't just, themselves. They actually had popular support. Here's the problem with that. One, they were largely an instrument of Pakistan. Two, there are people there in Afghanistan that do support the Taliban. Those people are ultra reactionary Islamofascists, ultra conservatives. Josie Rose is a progressive. I wonder what she thinks of people like Roy Moore and David Duke and Nick Fuentes and a lot of the ultra conservatives in America. She probably doesn't like them. She would probably call them sexist. She would probably call them misogynist, racist, that kind of thing. Oh, but the Taliban, they've got the clout. She talked about them having the clout. They actually have popular support. Oh, I see how it is. So if it's a bunch of brown people, then yeah, they can live under Islamofascism. But if you got fascists in America, they're bad. But fascists over there, well, they're anti-American. So I guess they're good in her view. I guess they're popular in her view. So yes, there is some support for the Taliban in Afghanistan. That's true. Ultra reactionary, far right, ultra religious losers, our enemies, in other words, support the Taliban. Great. Wow. Surprise, surprise. Ultra conservative religious people support the Taliban. Who could have known? It's just funny to see a progressive cite that as their popular base of support. That's funny to me. Most Afghans, of course, do not support the Taliban. They have issues. They had issues with the government of Ghani. It's not like the government under Ghani wasn't corrupt, but compared to the Taliban, I mean, the Taliban is corruption, right? So, the people in Afghanistan were not down with the Taliban. So, understand something. A lot of people in Afghanistan, about half the country, want America to stay. And of the rest, some of them supported the Taliban. Others, well, they want America to leave eventually, but it's not like they want the Taliban to take over. So understand something. If you say, do you want America out? Well, I think what we all want, right? Nobody actually supports endless wars. In our community here as the Hawks, we don't actually support endless wars. We actually want to end the wars by winning them. We want to be able to go home and have that country be able to defend themselves and have a functioning democratic and accountable government there, right? That is representative of its people. We're not interested in fighting wars forever. Now, if there's going to be a continued presence there, like in Japan and Germany with a base, well, that's cool. That's great. And obviously you pay Afghanistan money in order to be able to have a base on their country's territory, right? So they make money, you get a base, it's a fair deal. Same with Japan, same with Germany. It's not like you're fighting a war or anything. You're just having a base there as a forward operations point, a staging ground to counter Russia and China. That's awesome. Right? But as far as a continued presence there, what we have to distinguish is, do those people want their own country that's independent? Sure. But so do the Hawks. so do the neocons. The whole point is, what's the country going to look like? Because right now, if America leaves, the Taliban takes over, and that's what happened. So you have to stay to get the job done so that when you leave, the country that you leave behind actually is a livable place. So if it were true that the Afghans wanted America out, why did they go rushing to the airport, desperately trying to get out of the country when America left? Why did we see scenes such as this of Afghans falling to their deaths after clinging to the landing gear of C 17 Lowmasters as they took off from Hamid Karzai Airport? Why? Why? If it's true they want America out, why did they come in tens of thousands to the airport desperately trying to flee? Why are so many tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands holed up in their houses right now, terrified that the Taliban's going to find them and execute them? Turns out, it turns out wanting your own country and it be independent and wanting an end to the war, that's all well and good. The problem is that war's ongoing. The problem is you actually have to win the war. It's easy to surrender. We could all have world peace right now. Think about this. We could have had world peace in 1940 if the whole world just came together and said, we are going to immediately just surrender to Hitler before he even invades and attacks a lot of countries. We're just all going to surrender. We're all going to join Nazi Germany and live under Hitler. We could have world peace. Would anybody want to live in that world? Probably not, unless you're a Nazi, right? So peace is only good if you win. Peace is only good if it's a meaningful peace, a livable peace, a productive peace. Peace under the Taliban is not a peace that I'm interested in having, and it's not a peace that most Afghans are interested in having. And actually, as it turns out, it's not even a peace that most Americans are interested in having. So polling is shifted, majority in our favor, majority against the withdrawal, majority against hashtag white flag Joe Biden surrender. So we're winning. We're winning. The era of cringe is slowly coming to an end. People are seeing the consequences of what the anti war movement yields. They're seeing that, no, actually, a country in misery governed by terrorists that are going to come and attack us, that's not actually a good thing. It turns out the anti war movement is a bunch of losers. That's what people are waking up to find and seeing with their own eyes, because it wasn't that people were evil and were siding with the anti-war movement because they supported the Taliban. They just thought, oh, well, war is bad, so let's be against that. Now they actually see what happens when you end the war prematurely. You get scenes like this. You get scenes of the Taliban going door to door and murdering people and torturing people. That's what peace gives you. That's what the anti-war movement gives you. That's why I always say, if you call yourself anti-war, you're by definition pro-slavery. You're pro-Taliban. That's what you are. You absolutely are. You oppose fighting them. So um, let's just debunk that meme, right? We're done. We're totally done with it. It's done, son. The Afghan people, they're not down with the Taliban. If they are presented with, you can have the Americans out or you can have the Taliban, yeah, they're choosing America. Most Afghan people do not support the Taliban. So, and you can see that it's self-evident. Look at the scenes unfolding, the harrowing scenes unfolding at Hamid Karzai Airport, and take a look. Are those people? Do they look happy with what happened? Do they look happy that America left? No, no. So, thank you for tuning in. If you'd like to support me, you can check me out over on Ko-fi, PayPal, and Patreon. I want to thank the new patrons. We're going to be starting up a patron-only Discord soon. I'm trying to work on that. And basically, that's the best way that you can support me. And that's what powers the daily content. I do daily live streams and daily premieres. So 2 videos a day, every day. Once we hit $500 a month over on Patreon, we'll have 3 videos a day, every day. And we'll keep going from there. So take care, everybody. And I will see you in the next video. Stay based.